This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News. 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 This is GMA Regional. Patuloy na nagbibigay serbisyo, pag-asa at saya. GMA Regional TV. Kapuso ng bawat Pilipino. This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News.
Good afternoon, this is your GMA Regional TV Weekend News. The biggest, the latest as local news matters. Luan Merondina.
Alan Domingo.
Cecil Kibod Castro, broadcasting live from GMA Complex in Cebu.
This afternoon, we will be joined by GMA RTV Cebu Balitang Besda correspondent Nico Sereno, Sheila Vergara Rubio from GMA RTV 1 Mindanao, and Rain Palino from GMA RTV Bicol.
That's right, Lan, Mai, mga kapuso. We have a full lineup today, and this will be brought to us by our RTV counterparts from the other regions. Joining us this afternoon, Adrian Prietos from GMA RTV Bacolod and Joan Ponsoy from GMA RTV Balitang Amihanan. For today's headlines.
Amid the President's order of stopping all gaming operations, including Lotto, PCSO General Manager says charity activities will continue.
A dead from the 5.9 magnitude earthquake that struck in Itbayat, Batanes province.
State of calamity declared in the province and city of Iloilo due to rising dengue cases.
10 dead in a spate of killings in Cebu this week.
Squabble of the Yanson siblings affect commuters bound for Northern Negros.
And an inside look on how famous Cebu lechon is cooked and prepared. President Rodrigo Duterte ordered late Friday night the closure of all gaming schemes operated, licensed, and franchised by the Philippine Sweepstakes Office, citing massive corruption as grounds for the directive.
The President said pending investigation, licenses and franchises of all gaming activities like Lotto, STL, Periana Bayan will be recalled and cancelled.
Effective today, all gaming activities shall be deemed illegal. Law enforcers are directed to implement this without exemption.
Everything, all transactions and gaming, waging, wager of bets becomes illegal. And I am ordering the PNP chief Albayalde to arrest anybody, and goes also for the military. Si Madrigal, to arrest people engaged in gambling activities in connection with the franchises, licenses, concessions granted by the PCSO.
Newly appointed PCSO General Manager Royina Garma clarifies that amid the President's order, the agency's charity works will still continue.
Tuloy pa rin na charity activities namin. By Monday, yung mga humingi na mga medical assistance, tuloy yun. It's just the gaming ang wala. The order of the President is to suspend the games. Wala siyang sinabi to suspend the charity services. Clear natin na we are not defying the order of the President. We are following the order of the President to stop the games. Still have the funds because it was already programmed last year. The funds will not be affected. I think it will be for the best interest of the agency because this, we will be able to review everything. And I think this is the best thing to do for now.
Lotto outlets all over the country comply with the President's closure directive. More in this report.
This Lotto outlet in Barangay Cogon, Tagbilaran City in Bohol has been operating for the past 20 years. But this morning, it was closed down following the declaration of President Rodrigo Duterte that all PCSO games are illegal. Regular customers went to purchase suertes tickets for the 11 a.m., only to find the machine offline. Other Lotto outlets were also closed down, including outlets of Small Town Lottery or STL. In view of this, all bets were returned. In Naga City, 4 police stations were tasked to make sure the 11 Lotto outlets comply with the President's directive. Lotto outlet owners who receive prior notice automatically stop their operations. Meanwhile, in Pangasinan, police operatives conducted massive inspection of all gambling outlets in the province. All Lotto outlets and small-town lottery stations in Calasiao have already stopped operations even before the authorities arrive. Gambling paraphernalia and other displays were dismantled. In Dagupan City, Pangasinan, 19 Lotto outlets were closed down today. According to PNP, they will continue monitoring even after the massive inspection. I am Luan Merondina for GMA Regional TV. Lotto outlets and STL stations in Cebu have already closed shop following the President's directive last night. Nico Sereno will give us a live update here in Cebu. Nico?
Yes, Mai, the police in Region 7 has already complied with the President's order and launched simultaneous operations starting today. Closed by orders of the President. This is what greeted patrons outside this Lotto outlet in Mandaue City. According to the teller in charge, several customers were seeking answers as to the closure. But even if they want to operate, they cannot since the machines have been offline since this morning.
Daghan, nangita, kay mo patad unta niya, wala man, walay mahimo.
Inyo nag-explainan?
Oh, gi-explainan na dyan. At the same time, nag-posting namin dito sa tubangan.
We visited several other Lotto outlets, even STL centers, majority of which have already been closed down. Some customers were surprised.
Kung naay kwarta mo tayo.
Patad. Ano sa man imo? Lotto gyud ka or
Usahay loto para panwerte.
Oo, dayon.
O ginagmay swertres. Mura ginato.
So hulong na lang sa aron dito lang.
Aorong.
Mas maayo mas dira kay para makuha na nga tong singan na budget na to sa pagkaon. Masave na.
Kaya nga naman,
Kay imbes pang patad. O are na lang sa pagkaon. Okay kayo, di ba?
all police offices and stations in Central Visayas were ordered to check and close down all PCSO gaming outlets under their jurisdiction. The police regional director ordered cops to arrest all those who will defy the directive.
Katumanaya, kay kwanto, istoryahan lang siguro nato, tapos buhian lang. Pero ang mga mambaligya, dakpon yun. No? That is the instruction of the Chief PNP to us. Moto iyang directive. And we will implement this karon. Starting karon adlaw na.
Napalagyan ng signage na close lahat ng nag-ooperate dito sa buong Cebu City ng illegal gambling. Pag sila ay nagkaroon ng resistance, lagyan namin sila ng kaso ng appropriate para sa kanilang offense.
As of 1 p.m. this afternoon, the police in Central Visayas has monitored the closure of more than 300 outlets region-wide.
Thank you, Nico Sereno.
This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News. 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 This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News.
8 people died after a series of earthquakes struck the quiet town of Itbayat in Batanes province early this morning. The fatalities were hit by a wall that collapsed from the 5.9 magnitude earthquake. In an interview with Double B in GMA News TV, Roldan Esdicul, Batanes Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Officer, said they were sleeping when the quake occurred. Aside from the fatalities, there were approximately 60 residents who were injured. As of this time, the Provincial Disaster Office is still verifying the names of the fatalities, while rescue operations are underway in Itbayat. FIVOC's DOST reminds the public to avoid sharing posts that announce or predict the exact time, date, and location of large earthquakes, as well as to avoid sharing or believing messages from unconfirmed and unreliable sources.
In observance of the National Disaster Resilience Month, the Davao City Risk Reduction and Management Office has conducted a citywide shakeout and tsunami drill. Let's hear more on this from Sheila Vergara Rubio live from Davao City. Sheila.
Alan, more than 1,000 participants, including those designated as rescuers and victims, participated in the citywide shakeout and tsunami drill here in Davao City. The Davao City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office successfully conducted its third citywide shakeout and tsunami drill aimed to develop a disaster-resilient community. The drill was executed in different parts of the city, including the Crocodile Park, where various scenarios were simulated, such as the setting up a command center, the collapse of buildings, fire incidents, and vehicle collisions.
We try to prepare them as much as possible. But yung level of preparedness doesn't only rest on equipment, but it also sa skills.
The event was also participated by Davaoenos from the private and public sectors, barangays, schools, and government agencies. Malls, hotels, universities, and private hospitals also showed their support for the citywide shakeout drill. DCRRMO Administrative Officer Lyndon Ancajas is happy with the support of the private sector like San Pedro Hospital, where the fire scenario was simulated.
It gives us a good signal, ma'am, no, nga nag-participate ito ang private sector nato na nagatabang po sa disaster preparedness sa city.
Ancajas said that hospitals are considered critical establishments during disasters. This is why it is important to test their readiness to respond in case the big one happens.
We have instructed them before the drill. We situate that there's somebody who left there sa hospital, sa patients, to care for the patient. So it's not all of them that are here.
We should do the first in the hospital to conduct drills because hospital is very difficult to conduct drills because considering the patient, the real patient admitted in the hospital. But God is good with the help of sisters, support of sisters. We already conducted this for 7 times already.
The city emphasized that preparedness and alertness are essential in reducing rates of casualties and fatalities during disasters. Alan.
Thank you, Sheila.
Dengue cases in Region 6 continue to increase, resulting to the declaration of state in calamity in the province and city of Iloilo and dengue outbreak in other provinces. John Sala tells more in this report.
Cases of dengue hemorrhagic fever continue to take a toll in Western Visayas, putting the region in a top spot with the most number of cases in the entire country. Based on the Department of Health Region 6 data on Morbidity Week 28, a shocking 3,000 increase was recorded in just a week, from 15,746 now to 18,834. Number of cases in the province of Iloilo reached a staggering 6,472 cases with 23 deaths, placing the province under the state of calamity. Due to the increasing number of patients, 11 district hospitals in the province exceeded its bed capacity. Rural health centers were already converted into hydration centers, while tents from the Philippine National Red Cross were put up outside hospitals to serve as dengue wards. In Maasin, the town-covered gym was also converted into a mini hospital. Health Secretary Francisco Duque met local leaders Thursday and visited some of the hospitals here.
The visit is really to intensify the dengue response here in the Western Visayas, and this is after having engaged the local officials in the region.
Iloilo City was also placed under state of calamity after a special council session yesterday. The Department of Health already declared dengue outbreak in Panay provinces and Negros Occidental on alert status.
It's a reflection of the epidemic that's going on. Kasi we can see in just one room, ginawa ng ward, and you have more than 5 patients. Okay. So I hope that things will improve for the better.
DOH 6 continues to remind the public to intensify their existing cleanup drive program and to be vigilant as to the symptoms of dengue varies.
Once makita, mauntak lang natin ang breeding place ya, sobra na sa tunga, ya makontrol gitya natin. Pero para paninhig ka lang ya, sa dalan, ay man sang tubig, why gitya picto eh, hindi bla?
Together with cameraman Cirilo Renduque, John Sala for GMA Regional TV.
This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News. 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 This.
Amid the various crimes in the country, a school teacher in Iloilo City proves there is still hope in humanity. John Sala tells more in this report.
This is the photo of a grade 7 MAPE teacher in Iloilo City National High School carrying her student during a flood. The school is situated in a flood-prone area. The photo went viral and even got positive reactions on social media. The teacher was identified as Jessica Hailoni. According to the teacher, she carried her student who was then suffering from a foot injury.
Actually, ang nagtulod sa akon, ang baha. Kikita ko nga brown ang tubig. And before that, nag-klase kami. Nag-talk ako sa ila about kung ano ang mangin epekto sa lawas kung mag-usong sila sa baha.
Hailoni's kindness was duly recognized by the school administration and the Iloilo City Schools Division Office. The teacher was overwhelmed by the recognition.
Flattered man ko, actually, happy man ko na recognize. And it is already a door to every teacher that they will do extend for the sake of their children, of their students. I know all teachers can do that. Hindi lang ako. As long as there is a need, there is a call of extending work para sa mga bata.
Hailoni has proven an old saying that teachers are second parents. Together with cameraman Cirilo Renduque, John Sala for GMA Regional TV.
Scarcity of bangus supply felt by some fish vendors in Pangasinan. This after some bangus growers opted to export bangus to China. However, Department of Agriculture reassures there is enough supply. We have Joanne Ponsoy live from Dagupan. Joanne?
Cecil, exportation of milk fish to China will definitely boost the revenue of fish growers in Pangasinan because of additional market aside from the locals. The Agriculture Office assures enough supply for both local and international market. Narisa, who sells 60 kilos of bangus daily, is now having a hard time meeting the demand due to a local shortage. The problem is brought about by other bangus growers opting to deliver to markets in provinces.
Dinadala lahat sa Maynila, ganyan. Walang kwan, ayaw nilang magbenta kasi mas mahal sa Maynila kasi.
The problem on local scarcity is also exacerbated because of bangus exportation to China.
Talaga apektado kasi wala, kulang na kulang yung mga bangus na sumusuporta sa Pilipinas lang, kulang na yan.
The province of Pangasinan produces the bulk of milk fish supply in the country. The municipality of Sual alone contributes 60 tons of milk fish a day.
Ang bangus natin dito sa Sual, 1 month prior to their harvest is nakakaroon po tayo ng yung kumukuha tayo ng samples ng kanilang bangus para sa ganun maituring natin, papik-examine natin yon sa BIFAR, sa laboratory nila, if it is international market.
But the Agriculture Office reassures there is no need to worry because exportation is regulated and that the priority of the supply are the local markets.
Mas priority pa rin sa local kasi sila naman is hindi naman gaanong karami.
The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources identified mariculture zone in coastal areas where to grow bangus fingerlings. In order to provide the best tasting bangus, it is very important to maintain the proper number of fish cages in coastal areas to avoid water pollution. BIFAR will also extend financial assistance to fish growers. Cecil.
Thank you, Joanne Ponsoy.
This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News. 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 This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News.
Good afternoon, kababayan. This will be the weather update for today, July 27, for the entire country. As of now, habagat or southwest monsoon is prevailing in the most part of the country, especially in the western section of southern Luzon, central Luzon, and even in the western section of Visayas. So due to this weather system, it is expected that the entire Visayas area, Mimaropa, Calabarzon, in Bicol region, Central Luzon, and Metro Manila will experience cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Generally, for the rest of the country, that is in Mindanao and the rest of northern Luzon, they will experience generally fair weather, meaning mostly sunny, with the chance of isolated rain shower or thunderstorm, mostly in the afternoon or evening. For more information, you can log on to our website, bagong.pagasa.dost.gov.ph, or you can subscribe to our social media accounts on Facebook and Twitter. You can search DOST_Pag-asa. That will be our update for today. This is Joey Frigacion from Pag-asa Regional Office in Visayas. Good afternoon.
Operations of the northbound Ceres buses came to a halt after matriarch Olivia Yanson put up steel barriers to prevent her 4 children from overtaking their family's multi-billion transportation empire. Details of this story from Adrian Prieto's Live. Adrian?
Cecil, the rivalry between the Yanson siblings is far from over as another attempt to take over their terminal operations bound for Northern Negros took place, leaving passengers, drivers, and conductors alike in great confusion.
Panawagan ko sa inyo nga hindi ta gusto nga mabutang masalangalan ang aton mga pasahero.
Steel barriers were set up upon the order of the Yanson matriarch Olivia.
Pero ako patay-patay ko karon dire. Kay hindi nag-amuni ang among negosyo kun way ko. Ako gadala mong sang personnel.
Passengers were seen lining up with only a few buses available. Trips of some buses were also put on hold as some employees were divided in their loyalties. Some sided with Ray, who was stripped of his position as company president and was replaced by Roy, the eldest of the Yanson siblings. While the court is yet to decide on the case, the employees' union filed a notice of strike, posing yet another headache to the riding public.
Mahulat malandi kami. Kay diri kuno karon ang ang aircon. Nakibot kami.
Wala tamay mo. Ganun naman yung pareho ganun din. Wala rin magagawa.
The still undated strike is a protest against management, regardless of who sits as president. Says Roy Yanson reiterated his campaign for unity and cooperation as the company's new president, while ousted Leo Ray Yanson remains firm in his stand that he still holds the position.
Thank you, Adrian Prietos. And of course, Landmine, here in Cebu, we're always celebrating. And of course, in every table, the centerpiece should be the Cebu lechon.
Yes, and what makes Cebu lechon so yummy, so crispy is because of the meat and the crackling, crunchy skin.
But be mindful of in moderation in it.
Yeah.
Of course. That's right. As in everything, always in moderation, mga kapuso. We would like to thank everyone from around the Philippines as well as our kapuso abroad for watching our pilot episode. That was the biggest and the latest news from the regions.
Thank you for joining us, and from all of us here in Central and Eastern Visayas.
This has been GMA Regional TV Weekend News, where local news matters.
Happy weekend!
This is GMA Regional TV Weekend News. This is GMA